Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Movie Geek channel with another installment of the Criterion Corner series. And we're going to talk about Eyes Without a Face. This is by 260. And it's the month of October. Let's talk about some creepy film. Very creepy. And that is Eyes Without a Face, like I mentioned. And experiencing watching this movie 3 years back in my first year of college, I decided to watch this film for the very first time in the month of October, back 2018. I was living all by myself in an apartment, all alone as a college student, film student, and wow, it literally creeped me out. After I finished this movie, I was like, I immediately turned on the lights back on because I watched this movie in dark. It was my mistake to watch this in the dark because it was genuinely creepy. It creeped me out. It reminded me of all the movies, like Coraline. Coraline was generally creeped me out as a kid. It's very similar to Eyes Without a Face. It's very twisted. It's very dark, but it's very creative in a way that it had an impact into the storytelling. Not like an impact, like, oh my god, this movie changed my life. I'm talking about an experience of watching this movie for the very first time. And overall, it's a great film. It's not fantastic or amazing. It's a film that you must give a watch in October and just experience the film for the first time. And knowingly, you have to be patient watching this movie goes on and how creepy it is, how it was well shot, and it's almost like a tragic tale in the film that just immediately I was hooked. I was hooked watching this movie because it's how tragic the story is. That you following this main character goes on, and something weird is going on, and something very creepy goes on. I was just immediately hooked, yet very creeped out. I was generally knowing what's gonna happen next. What's gonna happen after each scene goes by. And like the third act of the film, just I was like really glued to the screen. Yet I got chilled. I got creeped out. I was, experiencing this movie. It was like an experience watching this movie, and I wouldn't say I loved it, but I will say this. But I could say that I'm glad I watched this movie and experienced it for the first time. There's a lot of things that remind me. It does remind me a little bit of the Human Centipede. That's the bad example, but I did see the Human Centipede, but it was a one-time watch. I saw it when I was 13 years old. It was bad at me watching that movie because that movie scarred me for life. This one didn't scar me for life, but it generally creeped me out. That factor that gave me, it was black and white. It was perfectly shot and it was perfectly toned for the right story that it gives. And it deals with a lot of consequences going on in the film and facing the fact that, how to explain it faced the fact that she's all alone, this main character, that she's an outcast, but yet you feel for her really about it. You feel for her, and something beautiful about that. By the end of the film, there's a sense of relief, but yet I was experiencing this watching this movie, how tragic the story is. Yet, on top of that, it's very twisted and dark. It's a very ghost story in my eyes watching this movie. But I didn't love it though. It was interesting. It was interesting for me to watch this movie for the first time, 2018, and rewatching it again. I just know that this is a very creepy movie, and they did a fantastic job nailing that tone of the film. And there was a lot of scenes that's very effective and very well done, especially when they take place in when the surgery is happening, when this man trying to do this procedure. I was like, I don't want to watch this. I tried to move away, but I can't because you immediately locked into the screen. Just to know what's gonna happen, what that's doing, what's going to affect the characters. And that's the part that did it very well done with the story and the direction of this movie and the execution. The execution the execution of the film was done really well. It was very effective. When the surgery happened, making the procedure is going to happen, this this cover trying to portray for that particular scene, it was genuinely grotesque. It's very gruesome, yet very effective, if that makes any sense. And this is one of the film that I don't want to spoil the movie. I want you guys to experience this movie for the very first time in the dark, and then just to see what's happened. And when the procedure happens, when the man performed the surgery, I was like, ugh, no. It does remind me a little bit of the Human Centipede, but that's a movie that scarred me for life. And like after finishing watching this movie, when I go to bed to sleep, I cannot stop thinking about that one particular scene, that surgery scene. It nearly freaked me out, and it still remains in my head, especially when I'm in class. Like that scene is still in my brain. Okay, don't freak out like John from Wasting Money One, as always says. This will be. I decided to do something different for this video, for this episode of the Criterion Corner series, episode 10. I decided, yes, you are still gonna see the rest of my review of the Eyes Without a Face, but tonight I just got back seeing an early screening of The Last Duel, and it's a pretty good movie. I really like the movie. But my brain's like, you know what? Let's revisit Eyes Without a Face for like the third time. Yeah, I seen it twice. That was like years ago. And the video that you're currently watching, the review portion is pre-recorded in the early couple months of 2021. So yeah, because I want to crank them out. I already planned them off. So tonight, it is currently it's already 10. I'll be revisiting Eyes Without a Face for the third time. Hopefully, I now will love the movie. Cause I still think it's a great movie, but I didn't love it. It didn't grab my attention. Well, it did grab my attention, but I didn't love it. But yeah, here it is. Here's my copy of the Criterion edition. I just love that cover. Really creepy and very intriguing cover as well. Eyes Without a Face. So yeah. I decided to do something different for this episode of the Criterion Corner series. Why not do a movie night portion of this video and me revisiting Eyes Without a Face and see if my opinion changed or not, or my opinion still remain the same. Who knows after the result of finishing the movie? Because I know I love everything about this movie, the character and all that, but I didn't, it's not like a 5 out of 5 stars. It's a 4 out of 5 stars for now, but who knows what, the final result of me finishing the movie. Maybe I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars or 4.5 out of 5 stars. Who knows? So I think it's time a bit of do revisiting Eyes Without a Face for the third time. This film gave me chills when I first time watched it. Now this revisit, because it's still a spooky season. It's still the month of October. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get on to Eyes Without a Face. Oh yeah, by the way, it is currently raining here in San Antonio, Texas. So it's raining. So if you can hear me, talk about my thoughts on this movie, you're probably gonna hear the raining sounds in the background. So bear with me with that, because it is currently raining really, really hard right now. So perfect mood for me to revisit Eyes Without a Face. So I was like, this is perfect timing for me to revisit Eyes Without a Face. So yeah. So right now the title's rolling, and I cannot wait to revisit this film because I think it's time it's time to revisit Eyes Without a Face. Even though I'd rather see like a brand new film that I've not seen, but you know what? Eyes Without a Face. Let's right now revisit this film. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this film. It is currently raining really hard. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get out. Yes, I just got out seeing the last two early screenings. So yeah, onto the Eyes Without a Face. And now rambling because I might jump on, hold the camera and maybe talk some moments while I'm watching the movie. So who knows? I might back into this. So yeah. So I'm on 26 minutes into the film, almost 30 minutes. I forgot how creepy that mask that she is wearing is. Like, now I remember like the main character. She's struggling her identity with the mask that she is wearing. She's feel like an outcast. Now she's more insecure, if that makes any sense. But what I like about this film so far, what I'm revisiting is that the slow build up and setting up the characters. Sorry about that. It cut off for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm trying to say that I forgot how creepy the mask looked, especially with focusing on her eyes expression. Her eyes is the key to her emotion, which I think is a really genius to do so. And as well, when they set up the camera, they only focus on her back, which is a great way to set up the character trying to hide her disturbing face. And when she put the mask, now we can see her face, her mask, and how she's dealing with identity. Trying to figure out who she is and why she is like that at the moment. And I really like that the direction that goes of being creative at the same time. And I forgot how creepy the tone and the score and everything's gone back to me. Now I'm kind of in for the ride. Yeah. I think that's all I have to say. I need to go back because I'm still watching it right now, and I want to finish this. And it's like almost, 10:30 already. So I forgot how the film goes. It's a slow build up. Yet we introduced to the characters and what is going on basically, and the whole. But we're gonna get the good stuff later on, the really good stuff. It's all about the setup and the tension and trying to build up the characters. And I cannot wait to revisit the particular scene, the operation scene. If you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And I cannot wait to revisit that scene because that's a really, really well done. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to the movie. And it's dark right now because I decided to watch this in the dark, except the kitchen. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff, the meaty in the film. So now I remember what just happened, that they have to kidnap. Well, not kidnap, but like they have to find a perfect girl for the. I don't want to spoil it for the people. I don't know. It's like for the people who are watching. But yeah, I was gonna say that now we're getting to the good stuff. We're in almost 40 minutes in, and now we're getting to the good. Sorry, you cannot see me. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I forgot how creepy it is. The tone, the feel of the movie. And the self-discovery to the main character was what her brain thinks. And does she feel regret? Does she feel sadness, or conflicted. And it's a great character piece for that particular character, just showing emotion, questioning who she is, conflicted. I really like that actor a lot. Yeah, the only expression we give to the main character is her eyes. We can see her sadness, her rage. Okay, I'm gonna let this go, but yeah.
Comprenez, docteur, les jeunes, c'est toujours pareil. Vous aimez les animaux quand ils sont petits. Après, quand ils sont grands.
So, what you guys saw me reacting to a scene of the operation scene, the procedure scene, basically, and I forgot. Oh wow, that is so well done. The music is low, focusing on the breathing to the doctor, the stress, the stressing, inducing moment that he had to give the operating room. And I forgot how well done by the editing and the execution, and how disturbing and grotesque it is at the time. This film, if this film comes out today, it wouldn't give an R rating for sure. I'm not sure what's the rating for this film. Doesn't say in the back in the case, but if this movie came out today, it would be rated R for sure. Um, yeah, I just really appreciate how it was very practical effects. Heavy obviously back in the day didn't have CGI, and how well done by the sound, the audio. There's no music. It's just the tension is building, and it's just yeah, you're reacting to what's gonna happen, and you're reacting how grotesque and disturbing by the images that we see. It's so well done. It's so very well directed and performed by the two actors. You can tell they're having an anxiety, yet trying to calm themselves down. If you saw the film, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great scene. Yeah, it's a great scene. That's what I'm gonna say. Now I'm gonna go back and watch this movie. It's already 11 at night already, so I want to finish this movie before bed. So yeah. Wow, I'm in the dark right now. Yeah, that is The Eyes Without a Face. So now it's time to share my thoughts. In my opinion changed right now, so I need to think about it. So let me turn out the lights and let's share my thoughts. Okay, I have much thoughts, and I'm happy to report that I now love this film. It's better be I think this is the type of film that you have to give a rewatch and maybe appreciate it even more. And I got that from the film. For me, is that I now love the film, and I really do. It's disturbing, it's heartbreaking, it's engaging to watch. You just immediately glued to the screen. You invested to the story, what's going to happen next, and I loved it. Not only the fact that I love this movie is that it's a character piece. We focus on the main character who is very conflicted about her look and how about her face. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, I now love it for the third time. Revisiting this film, and it bumped up to a 4 out of 5 star to a 5 out of 5 stars. I now love this movie, and it's again new appreciation for me, and I love the visuals, I love the tone, the creepy vibe that's going on. Some of the scenes is very well done, including the operation scene, if you know what I'm talking about. The emotion that the main lead gives, just focusing on her eyes, is so good and well done. And everything about this movie is a character piece, and that you sympathize to the main character, how we feel for her. At the same time, she knows that she is doing something really wrong, and that she has a change of heart, which I love. And the ending of the film, it gives a very symbolic, very poetic ending, and I actually really like that ending a lot. The ending is amazing. The third act is amazing, and yeah, the more I think about this movie, the more I now love this movie, and honestly, I'm so glad we visited this film. So yeah, that's the end of the movie night vlog portion of this video. So let's get back to the regular video that was, that I pre-recorded like months ago. Yeah, because my hair is now longer. It's yeah now yeah. Enjoy the rest of the video. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I now love Eyes Without a Face, so that's pretty cool to say. As an adult now, the more my brain grow, the more you appreciate the other film that you didn't appreciate the first time. I like past me, 2018 me, thinks the movie was really good, but it's not great. Or and now I think it's great. It's fantastic. So yeah, I love this film. Yeah, I am so glad I revisited this film for the third time, and yeah, back to the past, me. But yeah, great movie. Not fantastic, not a masterpiece, but an experience, a movie that you must experience watching this movie for the very first time, and knowing and know nothing and going in blind. Basically, this is the film that you just don't want to spoil it to everyone. You want them to experience this movie for the first time, blind and cold. And that's why I'm giving my thoughts and my experience watching this movie, what I think of this movie. And watching this movie for the first time, I was generally creeped out, and in a very effective way, and that's what makes this movie really good. For that a lot of reason, that story, the execution was really well done, and that's my thoughts on what Eyes Without a Face. Well, there you have it, guys. That's my thoughts on Eyes Without a Face. Really a film that you must experience, and yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more content, and have a great one, and take care.